we set ourselves up as being a space where people could come to see East African art, and each year we do a focus on a different country. So 2 years ago we had Addis Contemporary, last year Kampala Contemporary, and this year Khartoum Contemporary. I didn't have a list of artists, but I did ask for a lot of advice. And whilst I was in Khartoum, I visited many different artists from many generations of international interest in what's happening in East African art. And I think what was very interesting in this show is that I have been contacted by international collectors who are aware of the Sudanese art scene and who were particularly interested in some of the older generation of artists because they hadn't been able to find their work, and so they were pleased to see that we were showing it here. That we have had an exhibition exclusively for Sudanese art. I think when you think of Sudanese art, you don't necessarily think that it is particularly political. I don't think that many of the works here in this exhibition show anything that we can interpret as being political. But perhaps a Sudanese viewer might interpret it differently from someone who isn't Sudanese. You know, some cultures, some countries, the work, for example, work in Zimbabwe, artists in Zimbabwe are very politicized, but I don't see that so much here. But I'm quite sure that there's hidden meaning that can be found.
I think the show is very colorful, which is something I wouldn't expect from a country like Sudan, which is very desert-like, where you think of just brown. I've just come from traveling from Jordan, which is also another Arabic country, so I've seen similar motives and similar artworks there in the Arab art world there, and that I'm seeing here. So it's quite interesting to see all the colors and the vibrancy that is not usually seen in the landscape of this country.
The people in Sudan, but in particular in Khartoum, consider giving artists more opportunities, working with them to put art in businesses. Only that I thought Khartoum was an extraordinary city and I had a really amazing time, and I'd like to go back very soon. I was very well looked after and I really enjoyed meeting the artists.